So I really don't know how to start these next videos now that, you know, Twitter's banned my account and free speech isn't so free anymore. I didn't know it was against the law or against anything for that matter, to point out the fact Governor DeSantis, Ronald Dion DeSantis Jr., has violated my basic human rights to fatherhood, has taught my daughter percentages and decimals titled as calendar math, has appointed two judges to the 12th Judicial Circuit in Manatee County, Matt White, Kevin Brunning, Google them, both men, plus Judge Brewer, Miss Brewer, uh, have violated my rights inside the courtroom. Um, they have denied so much evidence. I mean, there's probably, on my desk over there's probably over 200 pieces of evidence I have submitted to the clerk of court's office in Manatee County, Florida, showing ample, massive amounts of evidence of child abuse, evidence of poor parenting, and so much more. And they don't care. I am still withheld from my son. How is it that I am able to raise my daughter since she was double digit months old, age 11 now, have a son, and have my son withheld from me? Why am I allowed to raise a girl, but I'm not allowed to raise a man? Well, I have a good indication as to why. Because I'm alpha male. They don't want people like me. Governor DeSantis doesn't like people like me. Governor DeSantis doesn't want people to point out his flaws, his corruption, his Gaddafi style dictatorship that he's running in Florida. The guy's a fucking sweet narcissist. Let me tell you, like, he is smooth with it. I give him that. I will give him that. Governor DeSantis is a very smooth politician, puppet. However, just because somebody says that they're doing things, we all know that does not mean that they are actually doing those things. I could say I'm going to go drive to Texas and go walk into uh, uh, SpaceX headquarters, Tesla headquarters. If I don't go and do that, I'm just talking nonsense. I'm lying, actually. That's what Governor DeSantis has done in my life to the American people since December 2019. Now, people are like, dude, that's a long time ago. Why are you just now speaking out in 2020? Well, first of all, it took me until the end of 2021 to even put these pieces to the pie together. I had no names for judges. I had no idea that these male judges were recently appointed by Governor DeSantis until I did the research to find out that these men, ex lawyers, now judges, were appointed by Governor DeSantis. And then it wasn't until just recently, in the last month, that I found out through more research this person that the TV and the media portrays as Ron DeSantis, his government name is actually Ronald Dion DeSantis Jr. So why is the media and the news and everybody calling him Ron DeSantis? You're completely leaving out the fact that he's a junior. I can tell you why. Because if you were to do any kind of research on Ronald Daniel Dion or Ronald Daniel DeSantis Sr., you would quickly find out that he is extreme racist. I mean, not only is Governor DeSantis racist, and he made us all very well of that by calling his political opponent a monkey on national TV. I mean, this is wild. I am being canceled. I am being silenced for exposing common sense, truth, facts, my life. Whoever's protecting this guy goes way beyond our imaginations. And I will continue to leak this evidence. I mean, I will not stop. Somebody's going to have to kill me for me to not protect my children. This isn't about me. This isn't about some political agenda that I have. This is about my children. This is about Florida abusing my children. More importantly, my son. Because I have my daughter. My daughter is downstairs sleeping. I have her. I'm able to protect her. My son, I'm unable to protect. I am being withheld from him. Even with a court order, his mother has withheld him multiple times. Every time I file a contempt of court paper, Manatee County doesn't do anything. Hell, they don't even say, ma'am, stop doing that. To make matters worse, my son will be 4 in February. Okay? I do not know my son's social security number. I have none of his medical data. I don't know where he attends school. I don't even know if he attends school. I know nothing about my son other than the half a year, 3/4 of a year that his mom actually obeyed our court order, and I got to see him 8 nights a month. To spend 8 days a month with him. And in those 8 days a month, when I had my son, it fucking sucks that I felt I needed to record it, but I did. And I have plenty of videos that show my son and how he acts, how violent he is, how angry he is. Tell me, please tell me, I've raised my daughter, so I don't know much about boys except my own son, but I don't know any 3-year-old that's throwing haymakers at his father, that's screaming at his father like he runs, like he's Captain America, like he's running the show. I can't tell you how many times I have been doing very basic fatherly stuff with my son and my daughter present, and this kid will haymaker me straight in the private area. Haymaker. And, you know, I call it DNA, call it what you want. Me, myself, I grew up fighting all my life, street fighting all my life. You know, go figure, my son packs a punch. Even his daddy packs a punch. And it's just like, but it makes you wonder, like, what the fuck is going on with my son when I'm not around that makes him so violent and so angry? What is he seeing? What is he enduring? Well, I can tell you some of it. I can tell you that his 2 sisters, my ex 2 stepdaughters, are fatherless because they are withheld from their fathers. Which brings me to my next point. What mother do you know? Talking to you guys out there in the free world. What mother do you know that would want, by choice, by force, 3 fatherless children? What family would want grandmother, aunts, uncles, whatever, would want 3 fatherless children? What are those people, that family, my son's family, my ex stepdaughter's family doing to those children that they want no father figure in those children's lives. What are they doing? Governor DeSantis doesn't care. CPS doesn't care. What is going on in Florida? I'm telling you what's going on in Florida. Telling you flat out what is going on in Florida. It is a dictatorship. Fathers are being withheld from their children. Grandparents are being withheld from their children or grandchildren. Constitutional rights afforded to every human on earth are being violated. And Governor DeSantis is flying under the radar like some Republican hero. Crazy to me. Absolutely insane to me that this guy has played so many Americans into believing he could possibly be the next Trump. If we allow DeSantis out of the state of Florida, he will replace America with Germany, Hitler Germany, in any dictatorship that you can imagine. He is, if you do it back, I make it real easy on you people right now. I'm running out of time because I got shit to do. However, if you were to do a little bit of background check on Ronald Dion DeSantis Jr., you will see that he is a ex-military whatever. He was a federal prosecutor. He was a DOJ employee. He was a Florida congressman. Let me repeat that. Florida congressman. Why would you retire as a Florida congressman to be governor of a state? Like, that's like moving backwards. You just move backwards. You got to Congress. From Congress, you're supposed to go to be the president, yet the government made this guy backtrack and said, listen, if you want to prove yourself to me, if you want to prove you're a part of the establishment and you'll do anything the Matrix and establishment wants, go to Florida, control Florida, abuse the shit out of those children, and then once we see that you have succeeded in Florida, we will ensure you become president and you can start killing off the American people and continue to abuse their children. Does that sound fun to anybody? Is that like something you want to experience and live through? Because I'm experiencing it and live through it and living it right now. My children are being abused right now. My constitutional rights have been violated for years. I haven't even I've been on this thing for almost 14 minutes now, and I haven't even said the bombshell yet. I am technically disabled, and I have been disabled according to the state of Florida since the 3rd grade. So, not only is Florida withholding my children, violating my basic human rights to fatherhood, they are violating a disabled man's basic rights. I was born in '83 with a rare genetic disease, ALD. Google it. There's even a movie that was made after it called Lorenzo's Oil. In 2017, my mother found out that she had this rare genetic disease. Told me that, hey, listen, according to research, science, if I I have a 50% chance that I pass this to you. If you have it because you're a man, you passed it to your daughter. So, of course, I wanted to know if I had it because I wanted to know if I passed it to my daughter and if I came back positive, that I want her tested to assure that science is correct. 2017, I found that out. Brain MRIs, all kinds of medical appointments after that, and I'll never forget to this day. I remember sitting with my neurologist in Manatee County, Florida, and him telling me flat out, "You won't live beyond 2020." Here it is, almost 2023, and I am still here. This is my story, guys. This is my life. I don't, there's, people like, I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. And what kudo points do I get for making this up? Zero. I get zero cool points for exposing Governor DeSantis. America needs to wake up or we're fucked.